anyway, that was a little demo of the various foot pedals that I have. I get a lot of questions about those because there's 6 of them. That's a lot more than you find on most standard drum sets. So people want to know what they are and how they work. So we're going to go through them right now. So the first pedals on either side, on my left and my right and my left, are just a standard DW 5000 double bass drum pedal, used for all the things that you would use a double bass drum pedal for. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Now on my left, the next pedal over is a hi-hat, just like you'd expect on a normal drum set. And so this means that I'm playing left foot hi-hat, right foot bass drum. Now, on a normal right-handed drum set, your hi-hat would be here. You have a snare drum. You'd be playing the hi-hat with your left foot, and most people would cross over and play their right hand on the hi-hat, left hand on the snare drum. Tom's running off, starting on the left and running to the right. The only thing I've done is I've used a DW 9000 cable hi-hat to put the hi-hat cymbals, instead of over here, they're on my right, so I don't have to cross my hands. But that's the only thing that's different. Other than that, it's just like playing a normal right-handed drum set, right hand, right foot. Now, if I go to the next pedal on my right, and I switch the feet, now I'm playing Phil Collins' drum set, which is, again, a normal drum set, except that it's left-footed, and again, I use another cable hi-hat to put the cymbals on the other side so that I'm not having to cross my hands that way either. So now it's left hand, left foot. All right, so then the last pedal, the third pedal on my left, goes to another hi-hat. Now I'm playing Simon Phillips's kit. Lots of other people have done this, like Klaus Hessler, Dom Fabulero, Sean Crowder from Sungazer. It's becoming more and more popular, I think, to do this, where you set your drum set up as a right-footed kit, and the toms run from the left to the right, but you play the whole thing open-handed, so you're playing it left hand on the hi-hat. So this is what that setup is. So it's right foot, but left hand. Now, the fourth hi-hat over here is just an X-hat, and it allows me to get into a lot of different possibilities. So, for example, I can play a closed hi-hat sound with a double bass drum pedal, or with a double bass drum pattern, just like the In Fierce song "Unattained," for example. That's a double bass drum pattern with a closed hi-hat. But I can also use the sixth pedal, which is on my right. It's the outside one on my right, and it plays this little instrument over here, which is an LP micro snare, 8-inch LP micro snare, and it's played with a bass drum pedal. And that means, since that's played with my right foot, it means that my left foot is the only thing I can use to play the bass drum. So now I'm playing the reverse of Simon Phillips's kit, where I'm playing left-footed but right hand, since the X-hat's on my right side. So the good example of that would be the Herd of Bison song "The Awakening," where I'm going. And so on and so forth. That tends to be how I use the micro snare, or the foot snare I call it. I'll be playing usually an eighth note based pattern on the hi-hat and the snare drum, and then I'll use the micro snare to come in on the 16th note offbeats. It's very much an idea that I stole from Thomas Lang. But so that's all 6 of my pedals. And yeah, check it out.